Hello, welcome to my channel. So in this video we'll discuss about reactive libraries. Reactive libraries is nothing but implementations of reactive stream specification. So in the last video we seen reactive stream specification. There are four interfaces like producer, subscriber, subscription and processor. So coming to that reactive libraries, so library is nothing but implementation of these four interfaces. Okay, so in the recommended library to work with Spring Boot is project reactor. So what is a project reactor? You can go to see this. So if you see the project reactor.io, so this is a project reactor. So if you see here, so using this you can create efficient reactive systems. So reactor is a fourth generation reactive library based on the reactive system specification for building non-blocking applications on JVM. So reactive core. So reactive core is a fully non-blocking and provides efficient demand management. It directly interacts with Java functional API, completable feature streams also. So there is a types 0, 1 and number of sequences is available. So there is a two specification classes is available from the project reactor, that is for Flex and Mono. So Mono is either 0 or 1 and Flex is having n number of elements. So it is a well suitable for microservices architecture, non-blocking IO. Reactors offers back pressure ready network engines for HTTP. So this back pressure in the previous session we seen. If you are not aware of this back pressure, you can see my previous videos. There I explained this back pressure with the scenarios. Okay, so if you want to see any documentation, if you in the top there is a documentation, you can click. So in the project reactor core, reactor test, reactor extra, reactor nitty, reactor adapter, reactor Kafka. So there are multiple. Today we'll see from the reactor core. This is a core library for reactor project reactor core is a core library. Okay, so if you come to the documentation again, reactor core, it is a core library for project reactor. This library has implementation of reactive stream specification. It is having the two classes, one is for Mono, another one is for Flex. Okay, so if you see the Mono represents a single value or an empty. So this is the Mono, so it is represent either single value or empty, means there is a no signal. If you see this diagram, so this is a one item or 0. Okay, so if you see this one is a Mono has completed success. If it is completed, then it will give the signal as completed from here. So it is sending so this item is sending to the operator, then this is a subscriber. Okay, subscriber can receive this item. If something is wrong in the subscriber while receiving, if you see this red X mark, this is like it will send error signal to the subscriber. So this is for Mono. So then if you come to the Flex, if you see the Flex is a representation of sequence of values 0 to n number of items. If you see, there are the multiple items in the Flex emitted. So whenever it is reached to this endpoint, so this is a signal, it will send as data process is completed. So it will call to the complete method, then it will send a complete signal to the subscriber. Okay, so through operator it is sending the items one after another. In between, if something is wrong, this item is failed to send, then it will send to the error signal to the subscriber. Okay, so you can just go through this documentation once, you will get more idea on this Mono and Flex, how it will work. Okay, so from the project reactor we have the two classes, Mono and Flex. Mono will use for only one item, Flex will use for if you have the multiple items. Okay, so how to create this program using this, you can see now. You can go to the Spring Initializer, then we can add the dependencies reactive web, reactive MongoDB and Lombard, and you can select that Maven. and Java 17 I'm selecting, I can generate this application. So I'm imported the code into that my local system. If you see, I'm writing one flux test under the text. If you see main under text Java, I'm writing flux test because I'm testing this one from JUnit. Okay, so if you see the flux, there is a method like text method. Using that, we are going to creating the flux. So this is the reactive flux. I'm using three inputs for this one. One is three items for this one: string, spring boot, reactive, spring. Okay, so when you are and after this one, I am subscribing with the reactive flux. Okay, when you execute this program, we'll see how it will work. Okay, so whenever execute this program, and if you see the logs, so what it is printing, it is calling on subscriber. Due to this, we are able to register the subscription with the publisher with the flux. Okay, so after that, we are requesting for item. So how many items are there? Spring, spring boot, and reactive spring. We have three items, so it is calling three times on next method, and finally once it is completed, it is sending to on completed. Okay, so this is the flow it is executing while dealing with the flex. So flex is 0 to n number of element. That is the reason I am passing three elements three times. On next is executed, and finally it is receiving like completed signal. If same way if you are deal with mono will using for only one item. If you see this mono, in the mono I am adding only spring, and I am doing I'm adding the subscription for this one. I am printing this element. If you run the same thing, then see the output for this one. See, it is also on subscriber request on complete. So only so it is subscribed with the publisher, then it is calling requested for the data. There is only one item, so it is called on next, then on complete. Because by using mono, you can call it only one or zero. So if you want to try to add one more item, then we'll see how it will behave. For example, here I'm adding one more item. See what is remove the redundant argument to rest. So it is not allowing. Okay, so we need to allow only one argument from the mono. If you see this API, so here creating new mono emitted specification items which captured instance item of one. Okay, so if you want more about this documentation, you can go to the Google, then you can search for project reactor mono. So if you enter this one, see this is the mono API specification. You can come here. So this is the class is mono, and scroll down. See, if you see, this is the in detail about this mono. So this mono is having some methods here, the add as, black. These are all methods related to mono. If you want more on this, you can click this one. You can see the this visual representation of that method, what it will do. Okay, same thing. If you want to go with the flex, you can type project reactor flex, then click on this one. It will give the API documentation for this project reactor. If you see, these are the project reactors. For example, you click on the buffer, see how it is, collect all the incoming values into the single list, and buffer that will be emitted refunded flux. You want to see what is the maximum size of buffer size is 3. So it will collect the items one by one. Once it is reached to the maximum size is 3, then it will send to the subscriber. Okay, see this one, requester is 6, request is 2. Upstream requester into the or into max size is 3. So each time it will send to the 3 items each request. Okay, so like that it will work. Okay, I'll share you my Medium page link in the description. You can go through this documentation also, so you will get some more idea on this how this Mono and Flux will work. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching. If this video is helpful for you, please like, share and subscribe my channel.